This man tied his wife with vines and left her on a deserted island to steal her $10 billion fortune. He then took off on a speedboat thinking he had won, but his wife didn't panic. She freed herself and gathered all the useful tools around. She had already tampered with the boat before he left. As the boat moved farther, a hidden rope tied to a rock tightened, and within seconds, the speedboat shattered into pieces. But the man survived. His wife, who was once a skilled archer, crafted a simple bow and arrow from branches and vines. She was preparing a deadly surprise for her husband. Meanwhile, the man swam to the shore and searched for his wife. He entered a cave and heard strange sounds. When he turned around, he saw skulls hanging. He had unknowingly stepped into a tribe of cannibals. Terrified, he ran into the jungle. Just then, he saw his wife. Before he could speak, an arrow struck a tree near him. His wife loaded another arrow and fired. He quickly hid behind a tree. She climbed onto a rock and leaped for the final attack, but he grabbed a stick and blocked her strike, barely escaping death before she could attack again. He ran deep into the jungle. The next day, the man sneaked up behind his wife, ready to knock her out with a stick, but as he bent down to check her, a trap activated, and he screamed in pain. His scream woke his wife, but before she could react, she heard footsteps approaching. She threw the stick and ran. The man looked up. The cannibals were running toward him. He panicked, grabbed a vine, and barely escaped. Meanwhile, his wife also ran from the cannibals, but accidentally ended up inside their main camp. Just as they were about to capture her, a large hand pulled her into a cave. It was her husband. At that moment, their hatred vanished. They decided to escape together, but before they could get far, poisoned arrows hit them, making them unconscious. The tribe leader didn't plan to eat them. Instead, they tied the wife to a pillar to sacrifice her to the fire god, while the husband was placed in a canoe, set to drift toward the water god's waterfall. As the canoe neared the deadly waterfall, the man used all his strength to grab a rock and save himself. He then disguised himself as a cannibal and blended into the tribe. When the time was right, he attacked the tribe leader and kicked over the sacrificial fire. Freeing his wife, both ran toward a high cliff and jumped into the water. The man pulled his wife to shore, found a canoe, and together, they escaped the deadly island forever.